Can artificial intelligence actually triage a crisis before the dispatcher even answers the call? It may sound like sci-fi, but it's closer than you think. In this episode, we're diving into data lakes, predictive analytics, and how AI is already shaping public safety responses, with a dash of sass, as always. That's coming up next on TiPS, Today in Public Safety.
Welcome to TiPS, Today in Public Safety, your go-to podcast for today's breaking stories and public safety news. Here's your host, Fletch, with today's tips.
Welcome to TiPS, Today in Public Safety. This is Fletch, I'm an EMP. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday I bring you the latest, most informative, and sometimes a bit controversial takes on emergency communications. Today we're going to explore how AI just might become your new dispatch partner, without rummaging through your snack bag when you're not looking. Let's set the scene. You're in the ECC, phones are ringing, chaos is brewing. And somewhere, deep in a secure server, an AI is calmly saying,
My logic has previously detected this pattern.
Artificial intelligence in its simplest form is basically a really smart librarian with a statistical obsession and a zero need for coffee. It sifts through massive data lakes, like Niagara Falls of information, looking for trends, connections, and historical patterns. Now imagine feeding it with sensor data, security video, access control logs, and even weather conditions. That's no longer hypothetical. That's Next Generation 911, enhanced with feeds from enterprise algorithms. With NG911 and the origin of an emergency, like a school, a hospital, or skyscraper, can send not just the call, but a whole payload of additional data context, building layouts, sensor activations, and yes, even a recommendation like, hey dispatcher, this looks like a fire alarm and a door forced entry. It's like Clippy from Microsoft Word, but this one's actually helpful. A great analogy that's out there? Think OnStar. You crash your car, the sensors go off. OnStar calls 911 with not just, hey, there's a crash, but airbags deployed, side impact, likely injuries, location accurate to 3 feet. Now take that and apply it to buildings and campuses. Suddenly you have a system that knows what's going on and shares it with first responders before the dispatcher even answers. Even better, this data doesn't just help during the incident, it teaches. Every decision that's made, every pattern that's observed, gets absorbed into the growing AI brain, or large language model, that's public safety's future. But here's an important point. We're not trying to replace dispatchers. We're just providing them with a superpowered decision assistant that's a tool bag full of new tools to do their jobs better, and then focus their human skills on the tasks that need it. They're not fumbling around and alt-tabbing between chaos. One screen, one interface, one mission. Smarter, faster response. That wraps up today's episode of TiPS, Today in Public Safety. Thanks so much for listening. Remember, for more updates and insights, you can follow me on most social media at Fletch911. And don't forget to visit 911tips.com for a complete archive of our previous episodes. Stay safe, thanks so much for listening, and if you're in public safety, thanks for what you do every day. This is Fletch. I'll catch you next time. Take care.
You've been listening to TiPS, Today in Public Safety, your go-to podcast for today's breaking stories and public safety news. Hosted by Fletch and available every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on 911tips.com. That's 911tips.com. Be sure to like and subscribe, and remember to join us each week for the latest on NG911. I am Spider Harrison, the official 911 voiceover dude. Catch me on Sirius XM on various channels, including 90s on 9, the 10 spot, and on the Weekend Countdown on Hits 1. Or don't regret it for the rest of your life. Either way, I'm good.